How are we doing? I have fun engaging with the chat when we get called out for being a little late. Hey, I even changed the time. Unlike some people who don't change the time and just let people wait and wait and wait and wait
And
and
wait,
wait.
wait, and wait. Wait. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the buyer's guide for the week of July 22nd.
Yes, let's see who we got here. We've got Ryan Bragg. We've got
Mm-hmm.
Pope Romero.
What's up, guys?
Bat
Back
Cato's
Kate,
in the chat.
my
Happy
dude.
Saturday. Yep, James calling us out. I was waiting for that. David, hey, hey. Yep, the
What's up,
time.
David?
Oh, I don't even
Oh,
know. It's a little timer. Oh, there we go. Alarm clock. And as I said, we're doing it live. We're doing it live. Who do we think we are, Omar? Yeah, you know?
Is that military? Oh, that.
Yeah, it's military time. Josh
Wow.
is trying to get fancy with us. What up, guys? I see we got an all-star duo today. Yes. And Jorge saying no
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes late now. My Saturday routine is. I'm sorry, Jorge.
Dang it.
I'm sorry. We had a
Got.
little bit. We had to set up the stream for next week early, and Jordan went into that
Mhm.
stream yard room first. And as you see, Jordan is in a different setup, and our other colleague is not here.
Yep.
Where is Jake? Jake is missing in
That,
time.
dang it. I was gonna say thou that shall not be named, but
Yes, well, he
yeah.
he is he is out with some buddies for a short guys weekend. So
Let's
um,
call it's a boys trip this weekend that I'm working, so I wasn't able to go. So
Yeah, that's kind of interestingly convenient. You're one of his boys, but you can't go. I don't know if that. I don't know how you feel about that.
some would say I am the main boy. Some would say I'm half of the boys.
I'm the and in the boys.
That's
I don't know what
you're
that makes me. Josh says the Brave and the Boys owes each of us an omnibus or absolute. Yes, Jake abandoned you, so you can call up Jake and ask him for that, Josh. Your
oh
request.
yeah.
I have no control over that.
Oh,
But yeah, so he will not be here next week. You and him will not be here next week. I will
mm-mm.
be here with
You'll be
with a guest that we will hold for when it comes out next week. At that point, so the show will continue because where are you all going next week? 'Cause you're
we are going to Comic-Con next week. So we luckily JP, who is sponsoring this show, which is why we're here today. Thanks, JP. Love you, man. Uh was able to get some last minute Comic-Con passes for Jake and I to go to do some content for both TBATB and OPB. So if you guys are going down to Comic-Con, come say hi. We'll be around the area. Probably doing a lot of filming, so if you see me sweating, I do apologize ahead of time.
Yes, that's a very cool. I think Jake talked a little bit about it last week, and I know it's been a lot of preparation because again, it's last minute, but it's a cool opportunity for you all to get to go. So,
Yeah.
so that'll be very very nice. So let's see, David Sexton in the chat. I know this is an opinion question, but truly curious: is it blasphemy mixed shelving types and collections, i.e., KLX plus Billy's, Target Room Essentials? I don't think it's blasphemous. I think it's one of those where you, you know, you get based on the resource you have. Like I don't have everything Kalax in my basement. Like behind me, this is one of the Kalaxes. Like I said, Jake's seen it. Like I've got Billy's over there for um, DVDs. I've got a different shelf for my absolutes. I have another shelf that was from my father's place. I don't. It's as long as you can deal with it, that's fine. I mean, some people have to be all one way. What about you? What's your opinion, Jordan?
Uh, I think that's so funny to ask me because legitimately all of my bookshelves are eclectic. Not a single one matches. So I have an IKEA one that I modified, not a Billy. I forgot what it is. It's like a really wide one. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember, I'll remember. I have a Target Essential one. I have a double stack of Kallax. So I do have a 3x3 sitting on top of a 3x3. Don't ask me how safe that is. And then I do have some on-wall bookshelves and a custom bookshelf that I had made by a friend of mine.
Nice.
So
See, whatever works. Like I said, I've gotten my very last Galax because I have no more room unless it's just gonna look weird down here. But I'm think again, that's what we've always talked about. Now things start being even more rational than usual. But you're welcome, David, for answering. Always happy to give our suggestions. So Pope
Mhm.
saying congrats. I'll take you frame by. Jake bought another
Sick.
rolling cart. Yes, he did, because I had to send back the one because he couldn't take that with him on the plane. Jumping, shouting. That'd be really cool. O is for another. P is for people. Scratch your. What is going on last week?
What's happening in our
I
chat?
don't know. Andrew would love to see a video of the full New 52 reading order or a Green Lantern reading order. Nope, that you all
Look,
take notes on that.
yeah, Andrew, we're marking that down now. We have some ideas in the works currently.
Yes. And Bunks in the chat. Yeah, man, mix and match those shells, different sizes for different. I mean, again, also you've got to be careful with certain like Billies. Typically, are not meant for your omnis. Those are meant for your kind of standard hardcovers, your manga maybe, and your um, oversized hardcover. Billies will have a bowing eventually if you stack them all with
Yep.
omnis.
Uh, some would say they would even bow if you fill them up with too many hardcovers.
It's
Standard
true
set.
too. It's gotta or just mine right now have Blu-rays and 4Ks, so they're holding together. I don't like looking at empty space. Every time I buy a new book, I have to fill. Yeah, I'm looking at a whole empty
Yep.
bookshelf right now, which is okay with me. That just means I have more time. I have Billy. Okay, he has Billy for paperbacks and mangas. Calyx is too big for that.
Mhm.
Look weird and buy more. Floor stacking. You may consider it blasphemy, but sometimes that's what you got while you're waiting to figure out what you're doing with the shelves. That's
Exactly.
your,
So
but
quiet.
we can don't shame. Sometimes that's your choice. Chris and Jordan are not down with OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
Huh? I got mine to bow with my.
Brutal, man.
Yeah, I mean, Jake and I talked about our opinions with Superman. What about you, Jordan?
Yes. So I didn't even jump in last week to watch because I was too worried of seeing the spoilers because I hadn't seen it yet. I didn't see it until the day after. Uh, it is outstandingly good. I just there's many times where either I welled up or oh my goodness, I don't want to say spoilers yet because I don't know if everyone in our chat seen
Well,
it. But
we've got we did a spoiler one last time, but that was at the end so
mm.
that everyone could leave. But we'll abide by the Russo brothers thing 2 weekends, and then after that, spoilers are abound.
Cool. So there's many heartfelt moments that I love throughout the movie. It was so fun watching a live cinematic universe happening almost in the background and yet still be connected to what we're watching on screen. Um, yeah, I'm extremely excited to see what Gunn does with the additional films and content that he'll be putting out since I saw a post where we're getting even more content than what we thought initially.
Yeah. I mean, he had if you want to listen to a really great interview, look at Happy, Sad, Confused with Josh Horowitz. He had a sit down with James Gunn, talking about a lot of different things, and I wouldn't say huge revelations, but some things behind the scenes stuff that kind of confirmed some things that were going on.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, I've go back to last week. We went a little long last week to talk about Superman at the end. So if you just want to hear Jake and mine's personal thoughts, go to the last half an hour, and we do spoilers at that end. But I really enjoyed it. I kept it between a 7.5 and an 8. It was fun.
Wow.
It was comic book booky. I still love
Yep.
Man of Steel, but those are two different versions of Superman that, guess what? I can like them both. And guess what? That's
Mhm.
okay. So they
Yeah.
do we do exist.
I liked Man of Steel for what it was, especially of its time. Like I really liked it when it first came out because that was the only Superman media that was being released.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
at that. Uh, but yeah, I definitely preferred this Superman over Man of Steel. This to me is an 8.5 out of 10.
Nice. Very good.
Like it's probably approaching on a 9 on my next watch though.
Yeah, I've only got one watch, but probably second watch won't happen until it gets on streaming. So James saying yes, you can mix and match your shells, but not your girlfriend's or wife. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. But if people want to try that, if you're, be careful of Coldplay concerts. Screw
True.
around and find out that CEO has just resigned. But the memes have been amazing. Already, Jake saying, "I already got Josh a free Omni. He's asking for more. Again, you give a mouse a cookie. What's he gonna ask for? A glass of milk." I use Billy's for all my books and they work out. That's great. If you use them
Nice.
for all your books and it works out, if you get some extra reinforcing, go for it. I just
Hmm.
braving the boys, and I learned it from watching you. Bug saying you have an empty bookshelf. Lucky, I'm in need for one bookshelf. IKEA sadly 2 hours away and not convenient for quick trips. Yeah, I'm lucky. And outside of Charlotte, our IKEA is right nearby. It's only 20 minutes away, so I'm lucky there.
Same here. I'm about a 20-minute away from IKEA.
Yep, they match together, so I can keep adding and keep getting omnis. Nice. Outstandingly isn't a rude buckaroo.
Isn't
Ship from IKEA. Yeah, again, if pricing works out, go for it.
I know. Why is he still here?
I
Why is
know.
he
That's
still
what I'm saying. If he wants to just come on and, he's supposed to have our boys weekend. He can't trust us. Andrew Supergirl looks amazing too. Love the
Yeah.
post-credit scene. Yep.
I set up for the next movie for her.
Snyder Bro alert. Hey, I'm a big proponent of Zack Snyder. I do not link up with the cult. They're a Snyder cultist, and I like them both. And guess what? If they block me or do that, I've already probably done it the same. My feed is very, very respectable. So, yes, very nice. It is the best Dragon Ball Z fight scene we've ever gotten. It is. Walmart's version of cake. Yeah, if you want definitely a slightly more affordable version, Walmart's. I think it's Better Homes and Gardens. I think that's their version of it. I hear that's pretty good too. But I know you are not obviously in your location, so your haul will have to wait a couple more weeks. You will probably have a massive haul when you are back on the stream and back
uh,
at home.
I literally need to go back and rewatch that last episode I was on of this and see what was my haul from there because I know I have a few.
Yeah, so I will solo myself and show off some of the books I've got, and the two Omnis
Yeah.
I'll show off are the ones that literally just came in an hour ago,
Nice.
right on time. So got this Carnet de Voyage from Craig Thompson.
Ooh.
It's kind of his diary about as he's
Oh.
going on tour to promote blankets.
Ah. Yeah, Jake, as you probably saw, Jake picked me up blankets
I
from uh
did,
from Heroes Con.
and I got this Habibi. I was looking forward to um, getting this, but by the time I kind of thought about getting it, they already sold out at Heroes, so I had to pick this up separately. So this is where he won the Eisner Award for, I believe. So
Sweet. I know Jake was telling me I need to get on that.
and I was very excited to get this Vagabond #3.
Hell yeah. Love those oversized. Those
Yes, I,
oversized
I
books.
just love
They're
the feel of the kind of cloth feel to it.
I really need to jump on the Trigun books.
This started my weekend. I was so excited to finally get it. 10,000 Ink Stains, a memoir by Jeff Lemire. So we talked about this last week on the stream, and I'm glad it met what I was hoping it was going to be: chapters and set up, looking at some of his art pieces, but going into Lemire's entire career through his stuff. So I'm very excited to read this.
That's awesome, man.
Yep. And then the two Omnis that came in today. We got Batman
Eh,
War Games, so my upgrade to the two trades, and I was hoping, is it's behind here, the two trades, the space would be about the same. Nope. So being where Batman is located, I have an entire shelving to be redone. So that's gonna happen in a little bit. I'm not going to be doing that after the stream. I enjoy shelving books, but I'm gonna wait a little bit, and because everything has to scoot down. So. But yeah, so I remember watching Omar stream. Someone was asking about the paper quality. I think it's pretty good. Paper quality. It's not like a thick paper, but it's not like thin. So I think they did a very good job with it. So not the best not the best event from Batman, but a very cool, interesting idea around the time of when Batman has all these plans and someone takes a hold of them and implements them without fully understanding them. Look what happens. And then the one I was really looking forward to, and this is a honker,
Wow.
Agent Venom. I mean, look at this.
For a Marvel book, that is
All
incredible.
in one, the entire Agent Venom saga. Too bad I didn't call it Agent Van Omnibus. Not a little disappointed. But I went with the standard cover, so I didn't care much for the Space Knight cover. If you did, good for you. That's not my tempo. But I'm very excited. This is my second, well, technically third, because I got the Van Omnibus by Donny Cates, and then I did the King in Black one. But this is only my second. This is my technically third now Venom Omnibus. But this is one of my favorite runs.
Sweet.
Cullen Bunn, Rick
Man.
Remender, all the things. So. And not a game, not a Omni, but a game I literally just started playing an hour ago for the first time. Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Nice, man.
You can smash things and collect things. I'm good with that. I need some mindless stuff. So catching up in the chat. So yeah, that's my haul. Josh is asking, who are you hoping to meet and see at SDCC?
Oh my goodness. So because this is so last minute, I haven't even looked at the lineup. I know a couple of creators just because they've been posting on Instagram and all. So like Tom King, super excited to meet him in person for the first time. I've met Mitch, but I haven't met Tom. So I'm hoping to get him to sign my same book, Mr. Miracle. Um, hoping to bump into Jim Lee. I'm trying to remember who else from I've seen. All the current modern creators, honestly. Anyone that I can meet there, I'm gonna be excited to meet.
Yeah, I'm jealous. SDCC is not a bucket list thing for me, just because of how overwhelming it just appears with everything being there. Like, I know you're going down there, my friend Phil's going down there. Um, but the year I wish I would have gone and knew this was going to be happening was when the strikes happened, because then it was a true Comic Con all over again, and I heard very cool experiences with that. So, hey Jack, welcome to the stream. Pope, did Jake finally get beyond his hate for and take an underground vacation with the gutter mutants? Yeah, he's actually hanging out with he still refers to them as gutter mutants, so he may be on a retreat to kind of help solve that problem. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you check out Jake's interview with Mark Waid from earlier this week. It was a great interview. I got a chance to kind of watch it live.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
Bunk's asking me what cults am I down with? No, no on Snyder. Yes on Heaven's Gate. No, I mean, I, I I don't know necessarily cults in general are my tempo, but if they're your tempo, Bunk, or anyone else, I'm just don't push it on me. Not for me. Justin, oh, that looks good. Curse you, Chris. I wonder what he was referring to on that. Craig Thompson, I hear he's pretty good. I love his art. Absolutely love his art. Vagabond is one of the best built books. Yes, I would agree. Agent Venom is huge. Yes, that's what she said. Jim's a book, aka a book you can kill a man with a with a thirst. Heard great things that read. Yep. And then Jordan is on a first name basis with Mr. Lee. Copy, yeah. Chris Sanders, he is an artist who created Lilo and Stitch, always has amazing stuff. Yeah, I've got to think about, like, I know you guys are down there for work. I just got to think about if there's someone wouldn't mind y'all swinging by for, but, maybe one day I'll go to SDCC. Maybe.
And then you can meet your favorite comic book YouTube channel, The Brave and the Boys. Well, I guess you met half of us.
I know, yeah, I met well, yes. Well, I'm the so I've met myself.
You've met
I
yourself.
met
Okay.
Jake, so I've met 2/3. There's Heroes Con. You got to make Heroes Con happen next year.
Yeah, from what you guys did at this Heroes Con, it's got me hyped, and I'm ready to go for everything except the after party events. Some of them Can't even talk about
Hey,
on
hey, you
here.
know that after party that I went home and went to bed. You know, I had a great after party. All right. Well, let us look at
Oh,
the new releases
Josh is
for.
booing the comments.
He's booing you.
Oh.
Oh, he says, "Boo, we come on out to the weirdness night." Bunk saying that hero after parties were the best part of the weekend. I thought the best part of the weekend was just hanging out with all the stuff. The weird party, the drink and draw was a fun time. I will agree with you on that. That was a lot of fun.
That's cool. I gotta check it out when next time I go there.
Yes. So, all right. So, this is up for the weekly releases for July 22nd. So, always subject to change, but hopefully, these all will come out. I know one of them definitely is coming out because it's on my way. I've already got my shipping notice. It should be here Tuesday. But
Cool.
starting off with The Amazing Spider Man, The Eight Deaths of Spider Man trade paperback, collecting issues of Amazing Spider Man 61 through 70. And this is a recent arc that just wrapped up, tying into One World Under Doom. This is Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly. So this is Spider-Man has been tasked from Doctor Doom. He has
Hmm.
no plans to spend his time like his predecessor. Doctor Strange would use every ounce of his power to defend Earth from the evil Sidorak and his scions. Yes, the same Sidorak who is the patron of the unstoppable Juggernaut. But this year, Doom is delegating this task to Spider-Man. And the leader of Latveria has given Spider a new magical powered suit and 8 extra lives in which to save the world. But true believer, they won't be enough. So, my opinion on the run, it's okay. Meh. You know, not, I was interested in the premise. About halfway through, I kind of gave up on it.
So where are we sitting? This is significantly more modern, right? This is
Yeah,
recent.
this takes place right after uh, Zeb Wells' run. Sorry, name escapes me.
Ah, got it. The one
So
where I dropped off after issue like 30.
yeah, I mean the art's great. Love the art. The story is. This is the problem sometimes with I don't. This is definitely not a forced time. This is definitely something that works with it at that point. But just I just haven't been a fan of Spider-Man lately. I think some of the stuff that Joe Kelly's doing is good, but this definitely not my tempo.
That's fair. That's fair.
So moving on, I know a lot of people are interested in this because this is a new
The new
it's a
format.
new format for Marvel. So uh, this is the Marvel Archive Edition, Amazing Spider-Man: The Black Costume Year One Gallery Edition. In this debut volume, journey back to the mid 80s and transformative time in Marvel history spanning 1984 to 1985. This collection highlights one of the most pivotal storylines of Spider Man's career, the introduction of the mysterious black costume. So we all know that, but this is collecting Amazing Spider Man 252 to 63 in facsimile. I can never say this. Facsimile, there we go. Editions and bonus
Facsimile.
covering. Yep. So I did hear on Omar's stream. This is I believe Dom was saying it. I think one of these covers may not be existing anymore. I'm not sure. Not sure. Or it's out of print, not sure. I think something's going on with one of the covers. But here's what the archive edition, moving on to the next one. This is what the archive edition um, actually includes. So each of these archive editions is a deluxe hardcover, original comic stories presented as they were first printed, packed with bonus features like complete with ads, fan letter pages, and more. Cover galleries highlighting the work of the legendary artists from the era. So I'm
That's
very curious to see when um, that gets an overview because I'm just curious. Definitely not. It's not for me, but I like that they're trying out a different format.
it's very interesting. Yeah, I like the idea of this, especially because I like the Tashians a lot, and it preserves the history of those characters.
Josh saying the Marvel Archive is screwed the Taschen version, but they definitely don't include as much as the Taschens. Those Taschens are thick.
They don't have different paper qualities depending upon what page you're looking at.
And I don't know if this archive edition, at least this version of the archive edition, 10 issues, don't necessarily strike me as doubles as a home defense mechanism either. So, but yeah, all right. We've got Jake's favorite thing to
Yep.
talk about: the Marvel Masterworks Incredible Hulk Volume 19. So continuing on with the what is currently coming out for Masterworks. This is Volume 19 of the Hulk
Mhm.
run. So you got Bill Manlone and Sal Buscema will find out for us as they begin to explore the potential of the comics man monster's many personalities and who could be better adversary for the intelligent Hulk than the big brawned leader. The leaders will pull the Avengers into the fray, and you got She-Hulk coming. It looks like you got Kang the Conqueror and MODOK and AIM, all the things for Hulk. Which are you a DM one, or you like the smaller one or the large print?
I mean, really,
Large.
it comes down to just how large or how small you want that photo. And
Yep.
I'm a small picture kind of guy.
The Hulk has a super soaker. Yeah, it kind of looks like one. He's definitely wielding a gun. You wouldn't portray Hulk with a gun, but here we are. You know, he got a big gun here, got a little gun, big gun,
Big.
little gun.
Well, definitely Jake is going to pick this up, obviously.
And this
So
is a good starting point,
this
according to Jake too. This is the Jake
this is
starting
his
point.
pick of the week right here for Jake.
Yep.
Enough said.
Enough said. Said I never noticed a pattern in the back of the silver. It is a nice touch, yeah. It's actually a knockoff from
This is what I'm excited for.
Yes, I'm sure if Jake was here, I know he gave it to me this week, but I know he would be holding this in the photo if he was part of the stream today. But yes, Nightwing by Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo, Omnibus Volume 1. This has already
Mhm.
currently been shipped to me. It is on its way. Should be either Monday or Tuesday. So, since Nightwing 78, writer Tom Taylor has helped helm one of the most iconic runs for the fan favorite hero, from putting the former Robin back in blue to having him set sail on the high seas. This best selling series has gained critical acclaim.
Mhm.
Taylor and the team of superstar artists craft a brand new arch rival for Dick Grayson by the name of Heartless, the ultra
Yep.
violent mass nemesis armed with a super weapon, captures the hearts right out of the citizens. And Nightwing has now reteamed with Barbara Gordon. I like it to say reteamed. They're a thing. I wouldn't call it reteaming. Sets his sights on capturing Heartless while facing his past, present, and future. Get the omnibus that celebrates the legacy of the fan favorite characters. This collects issues 78 through 100. Batman Urban Legends number 10, Nightwing 2021 Annual number 1, and Superman Son of Kal-El number 9. So, obviously you're getting this. We all know Jake's probably getting it as well.
Yep.
I enjoyed this run. It brought, like as Tom Taylor does, he brings heart back to it.
Oh.
I don't know if it's my favorite run of Nightwing. I still think, since I'm old school Nightwing, I grew up in the Chuck Dixon era. Boo hiss. I understand that people have problems with Chuck Dixon. That's okay,
Mhm.
but that's my era of Nightwing. I don't hate this. I really do love what he brought back, especially coming off of the controversial status quo that Nightwing had towards the end of Rebirth and things like that. I was glad, and
During
I
the,
love the covers. The covers were
during
so
the
cool.
everyone's favorite Rick arc.
Yes. And
Hmm.
don't forget about the dog. He
Oh,
gets a
right.
dog in this one. Yeah, Batmite or
That.
Bat, not Batmite. Why am I
uh,
saying Batmite? It was Bitewing.
Bat.
Bitewing. It was
Right.
Bitewing.
So phenomenal run. If you haven't read this, do so. It's so
Hmm.
good. Uh, I think you hit the nail on the head. There's a ton of heart in here. I definitely love the relationship between Dick and Barbara. Everything that they do is just so good, and there's even revolutionary issues in here, or revolutionary, but like changing issues, like the POV issue. Super cool.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely. If you haven't read this, read it when it comes out. My only tip is if you can read City of Bane by Tom King before this. You don't have to. It'll explain kind of, but I
Yeah,
would say
a new status quo happens for, and I'm glad they left it out because they did a
Mhm.
very good job kind of with it. But there's a major status quo change for Dick moving back to Bloodhaven. I'm glad you said that, Jordan. That's a very good tip. It's not required. They will. I mean, they will explain it, but
Yeah.
it'll land a little differently. But yeah, he has something major happen in his life that affects kind of his placement and what he wants to do with his life in Bloodhaven.
Yep. Very, very much so. But I mean, before we even say this, this is my pick of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
we,
that's fine. I have what was going to be my pick of the week, so you're not stealing it from me.
I'm gonna steal it from Jake, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
steal it from Jake. Absolutely, he's not here. He doesn't show up, but he was kind enough to set this up.
he really was.
All right, so moving on. Star Wars Modern Era Epic Collection Yoda's Secret War trade paperback. So it's continuing on with the Star Wars collection by Jason Aaron. This collects issues number 15 through 30 and Star Wars Annual numbers 1 and 2. The Rebel crew is en route to a prison base with an important captive. Unlucky for them, they aren't the only ones with their eyes on the prize. Then take a walk on the dark side with Sergeant Creel and an elite group of Imperial soldiers aboard the Star Destroyer Harbinger. It's a nigh indestructible weapon of war, and it's also the target of the rebels' top secret new plan. And Princess Leia undertakes a highly dangerous mission on a planet that wants no part in the war against the Empire. Plus more entries into the journals of Obi-Wan Kenobi, including a showdown with a Wookiee bounty hunter named Chrysanthemum, and the legendary adventure with Jedi Master Yoda. So this, again, as I said, takes place during what is it, the Jason
I'm
Aaron run between episode 8. So this happens in between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
hmm. That's cool. I haven't read really any of the Star Wars comics, so it's always interesting to see where certain things land, because they could be so far out in the outer rim, or they could be directly in continuity or in between the episodes. So always interesting to me.
Yep. Pope's asking, has anyone read any of the Star Wars Modern Run any good? Yes, I've really enjoyed Jason Aaron's run. I'm finally getting to start the run that was recently wrapped up, which took place between Empire and Jedi, and they just are starting to put out. I think they were just this week was the third issue of the newest volume, which takes place post Return of the Jedi. So I think it's been good.
Hmm.
I think it's been very good. Gives some interesting stuff since this is now canon. According to the comics, it's canon, so it's a good run. I'd recommend reading it if you're a Star Wars fan and want to know what's going on in between the stuff that's canonical. There we are. Richards and Chad. Hey Jordan and Chris. Hope you're both are well. Same to everyone in chat.
Thanks,
Wookie,
man.
yes. Wookie Bounty Hunter got me going. Oh, yes. Wookie. I'm excited to be getting Nightwing by Tom Taylor, XFactor by Peter David. Yes. Darth Vader runs by Gillen and Soul, probably the best modern Star Wars. You know what's kind of interesting, Heroic Hideaway? I think just in general, there had Darth Vader in general, since they brought him back with Souls and Gillen, just having a title just for Darth Vader, even the ones that have continued on past that, they've been solid. They've been really good. So I'd say anything with Darth Vader has been a lot of fun.
Oh, they got some thanks in the comments for you, Chris,
Yes,
from
absolutely.
Pope
Always
Room.
happy to help. All right, Superman. Superman, as it were. A Superman. So, City of Tomorrow Compendium trade paperbacks. The greatest names in comic books bring the Man of Steel into a brand new millennium in one gigantic compendium. With a new year comes renewed look of Superman's past, present, and future. What happened to the Man of Tomorrow when he's faced with an ancient Kryptonian ancestor, or when Etrigan the Demon impersonates Santa Claus? More Metropolis will get a major upgrade from Brainiac 16. This collects Superman issues number 151 through 159, Adventures of Superman 573 to 581, Action Comics 760 to 768, and Superman Man of Steel 95 through 103, and Superman Y2K number 1. So this is kind of interesting because you've also got the War at Worlds Prelude omnibus kind of coming out in the same thing. So if you're wanting the event, go for the event. If you're wanting kind of looking at this, I mean, they're collecting a little bit of things back and forth. You know, this I think City of Tomorrow is what's leading up to War of Our Worlds, but but this is beginning it.
That omnibus when that drops, was that later this year or beginning of next year?
I want to say later this year. I'd have to look it up real quick. But it's coming soon.
Yeah. Super excited.
Yeah.
All
right, so moving on to the next. Wolverine goes to HE double hockey sticks.
I'm glad we are a clean channel now without Jake here.
Oh, yeah, Jake will just be dropping it left and right.
Yeah.
But yes, Wolverine Goes to Hell omnibus. This is a new printing, continuing on Jason Aaron's run. Mysterious organization conspires to possess Wolverine's body with demons and send his soul to the underworld. Waiting for Logan are the souls of the unexpected family members and friends and the devil himself. Remember, it's not Mephisto, it's the devil himself. There is the devil. Lucifer does exist in Marvel. Naturally, Wolverine plans to claw his way out back for revenge, but that might be exactly what the Shadowy Group wants. Will the final twist in its plan shatter Wolverine completely? Plus, Wolverine and Spider-Man must survive a trip through time without killing each other, which is a tall order. Wolverine must face Cyclops in a schism over the future of the X-Men, and Logan returns to Japan to prevent an underworld takeover by his oldest foes. So this collects Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine 1 through 6, Wolverine 1 through 20, 5.1, 300 to 304, X-Men Schism 1 through 5, and material from Wolverine The Road Back to Hell. So if you want Schism and X-Men Schism in oversized format, this is the place to get it. There are two covers for this.
Now I know where to get Schism at.
Yep. This is the one I went through. I went with the DM cover.
Let me see. What's the standard one? Let's see.
Standard one is this by Jay Lee.
Man, I always like Jay Lee's art too.
I like Jay Lee's art, and it all depends. And I think when he worked on the Stephen King adaptations, those were perfect. I love that comes up. That DM is barely a cover. What do you mean it's barely a cover? What do you mean by that? Explain yourself, Josh. I don't understand what you mean. Context is needed.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the standard personally.
I mean, yeah, I can understand the standard. This Jay Lee's not my favorite Wolverine artist, so. But
Both
it's appropriate for what the title of the book is.
Double hockey sticks. Yep.
Yes.
Wolverine plays hockey for the entire.
Yeah. Oh, he says that's a pinup with a Photoshop filter for a back. Okay, fair. That's fine. I'm still going with it though.
Sweet. Chris, will you be picking up this omnibus?
Yes, it is. I do not own it, so I've been waiting for the reprint for it, so I can take away the small little standard hardcover I have of Schism.
Sweet, man.
Yep. Now this is my pick of the week. XFactor by Peter David, Omnibus Volume 4, concluding his run fully collected in oversized format. You know, I'm so sad he did not get to finally see this come out. But as Havoc and Polaris take the reins of XFactor investigations, the isolationist makes a chilling return. Then, when someone or something begins eviscerating superheroes in Seattle, XFactor is called to investigate. A departed friend returns. Madrox looks into a suicide case that isn't what it seems. Banshee is suspected of murder. Strong Guy asks M on a date. After discovering a long buried secret from the past, someone will be pushed to the brink of insanity. When hell comes to Earth, the few remaining X Factor members makes a last-ditch effort to save the world, but not all will survive the final battle. One era ends, but years later, an all-new X Factor is formed, led by Polaris, and use their corporate backing for the betterment of society. This collects X Factor 233 to 262, all new X Factor 1 through 20, and X Men Legends 5 through 6. So this is the standard cover,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
this is the DM. I went with the DM this time because
yeah.
I am a Todd Noir fan. So lucky to meet him for the first time at Heroes Con. This was a easy pick for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The DM definitely sells it, man.
I mean, this is the original. This was kind of their, when Peter David took over. That's how they looked. So what better way to kind of put that missing piece there? But Peter David always adds some. I mean, again, this is 4 volumes, all collecting Peter David's run. I mean, that says something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm glad they collected it all.
yep,
That's-
Richard's going with this. And nothing wrong with that cover. Absolutely nothing wrong. You know.
yeah.
Pope Romaro trying to set up OPB, but okay.
Something about pinup girls, I
Oh,
think.
pinup girls. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Something like that.
All right, and I believe yes, this is our final book for this week.
Okay.
Monstrous, book 3. Humans and hybrid are at war again, but battles of the heart and soul are the most dangerous at all. Caught in the calculating grip of the dusk court, they go undercover, painful secrets of the past, while Tuya fights to preserve her future, and young Kippa represents the only hope for the present. Monsters Book 3 takes the readers beyond the known world to remote islands and an even more remote planet as our heroes finally find answers to some of their greatest questions. So this collects volumes 7 through 9, specifically issues 36 through 54 of the Eisner, Hugo, Harvey, and British Fantasy Award-winning series.
Well, I've never read Monstrous. I've seen when these collected editions come out. It seems
Beautiful art. The story is great.
that's the number one thing that I've ever heard from Monstrous is that the art is gorgeous. I think Jake and I checked out who's the publisher of this? I'm trying to remember.
Give me a second.
But I think Jake and I had checked out the publisher of this previously. We were trying to find like all the different work that they had done. But yeah, I remember it looking gorgeous.
Yes, so can't find it, but I sometimes I just don't pay attention. Someone in the
Ah,
chat tell me. Oh no, we were
I
talking
think
about the publisher.
yes. I think also Josh had a question regarding X Factor. Yeah, who did the standard cover for X Factor?
Standard cover for X Factor. That would be.
That one
That would
I
be David Yarden.
oh, okay. Cool. There you go.
Yep, David
Oh,
Yarden did.
sweet.
Yep. But
Well,
all right, well, yeah, we kind of talked about our already picks, but again, mine this week is X Factor by Peter David. Like I said, I'm going with the DM cover. Okay, Richard, I thought it was Image, so yeah, Monsters done by Image.
cool.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
And yours was, I believe, this one right here.
Oh no, one more back. Dang it, I thought that was the Hulk one. Where's the Hulk? There it is.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yes, the DM version of Hulk.
Yep, that's no, of course, yes, Nightwing. Nightwing's my pick. Go get it. If there's one book that's coming out this year that you have to go get, it's this one at least. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, again, this year alone, We have seen the reprinting of New 52 Nightwing. We've seen a
Yep.
reprinting of Rebirth Nightwing, and now for the first time in print, this one.
Tom
Josh
Taylor.
has saved his wallet. Thanks him this week. He is out of this list, none for V this week. Hey, your wallet will thank you.
Oh man, mine's hurting. I've been going out a little too many times this weekend. I have some. So
Gotta save it. Gotta save it. So, but yeah. So yeah, this is. Let me pull it off. See what any. Oh,
what?
why should I get Timo Batman?
That's abysmal. He's a great hero on his own. He's a stand-up guy.
He's a stand-up guy. Also thinking about picking up Nightwing Rebirth Omnibus. What are your both thoughts on that? Rebirth Omnibus. I love Nightwing. I own it
Mhm.
because I like having Nightwing. It was okay.
It's
It's
it
okay.
reset from where he was at. That's how I see it. It's a soft refresh of soft reboot. For
If I had to pick between New 52 and Rebirth, I would go with Rebirth. Um, I'm a huge Kyle Higgins fan, so I make no qualms about it. But um, I wasn't too big of a fan of the New 52 run of his with Nightwing.
Rebirth for me is my bread and butter for the most part. There are some things that I'm a little about, but uh yeah,
It's a chonky one. That Rebirth Omnibus is chonky.
the entire spine has enough room for like a body shot of Dick Grayson on there. That's how chunky it is.
Josh saying my mentor designed Nightwing costume is okay, very cool. Richard said, and I've heard Dan Waters is doing a good job following Tom Taylor. It's okay, yeah. He's setting up a lot of different things going on, so I haven't dropped it yet. I'm still he's playing a long game, and so far it's been okay with it, not bad. Let's see, how are the Nightwing Bloodhaven compendiums? I have no
Uh,
comment on that.
I think Jake has said it best. The art isn't his favorite. It's definitely a period of its time. At least that's how he and I kind of perceive it. But
You're talking about the Chuck Dix. Okay, I've never heard
yeah.
it referred to like that. Okay.
Mhm. Uh, I mean, I haven't read most of it. I've only read a handful of issues that have tied into other events during that same time frame. It's okay with me. I have no qualms against it.
I I'm holding out. I have not purchased it, even though that's my era of Nightwing. It's funny when you say the Nightwing Bloodhaven compendiums. That's my era of Nightwing. I am holding out hope that they will one day put it out in a proper omnibus collection because that will be a day one purchase for me because that's my main introduction to Nightwing. So I love that run. So but you are right. If you're not from that era, it is the art is acquired taste if you're not a fan of it. Josh asking me, do you buy singles? I read them digitally. So yes, I do
Yeah.
buy singles digitally.
I had a pull list. I haven't picked it up in like 2 months, 3 months, something like that. I wonder if they're still holding it for me. Hmm.
Andrew saying, should I get Deceased in Kingdom Come Compact Edition or the Omni? Ooh, oh, that's a tough one. Well, there's Kingdom Come. Um, there's not an Omni of it. There's an Absolute. There's
Mhm.
a oversized
There's a
hardcover, and then you got the Compact.
Yep. Uh, if you can only get one of those two in an oversized format, I would say go Kingdom Come and Absolute and do Deceased Compact.
Yeah,
I
it's not one that I'm not
exactly
saying
what-
the art is bad, but
yeah.
Kingdom Come's only 4 issues, so you
Mhm.
could go. I've got the Absolute. They've got a great deluxe hardcover for it at that point, so you're
Yeah.
gonna save some money with that. But Deceased is a big story line. Let me grab it
Ye-
right here. It's not one
Yeah.
that
So if you go Deceased Compact, you are only getting the first story, I
yeah.
believe.
So this has everything that made up the Deceased. So
Hmm.
so,
But if
but
you're
if you want a longer story, go with Deceased. But
Mhm.
Kingdom Come is just it's so good. It's one of those must reads of the best stories ever done.
Yeah, it's great. It was one of my first absolutes as well. I have no regrets picking it up.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Said I'm trying to hold out for the Nightwing compendiums. Yeah. Or Josh says get both. Shops are yeah, go pay your bills. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
Go
But
pick.
yeah, Kingdom Come's absolutely beautiful. It is the Alex Ross artwork, and if you get a chance, watch that documentary, the story behind Kingdom Come. Jake and I started watching when he was here. We only got halfway through it, so I've got to finish it. But unless there's any more questions in the chat, it's all with Jordan. Good luck for at SDCC. Good luck, Jake, with it. We will miss you, and I will be here next week with a mystery guest that may or may not have been in the chat at some point. You'll have to see, but
Shh.
no,
Spoilers for.
yeah, I don't. But you all have a great rest of your weekend. And remember, stay what, Jordan?
Bold.
Bold and brave. Catch y'all next week. Bye bye.